What is the best example of just because you can, doesn't mean you should? Double flusher. I remember thinking as a kid, when I'm an adult I can eat a Dairy Queen every day. DQ chicken strip basket is probably the only fast food I could eat every day. Username checks out if you eat there every day. I remember when I started making money and I'd eat junk food constantly. Then I realized there's a reason well-adjusted adults don't do that. I find one of the great joys of adulthood is that you never have to eat Dairy Queen again. Boiling toilet water to drink. A true survivalist here. True. I can't stand drinking warm water. Call 911 for frivolous concerns. Yeah? There's a guy on Reddit harassing me. Yes, I tease me again. I have been mildly inconvenienced and don't know how to handle my own problems. Please send help. Calls 911. Yeah. What's the number for 411? Making cat smoothie. Hashtag release the butthole cut. I'm both curious enough to ask what that is but scared enough that I don't want to. Over-singing a song. I absolutely hate when an amazing singer feels the need to add a million runs just cause they can. It can really ruin a great song. Look up Beyoncé's cover of Silent Night for an example of this. No hate on Beyoncé though. Totally agree. Drives me crazy when singers add a ton of unnecessary ornamentation. As a non-American, can someone go grab Jerry Seinfeld to explain to me just what is the deal with your national anthem? Is the last sentence the home of the free or the home of their free? I'm not sure which are the official lyrics at this point. Giving your political opinion everywhere even if totally not necessary, and then wiping yourself with free speech. Run for president. People should listen to you, so I name you now president. If only that's how it worked. It technically is, just repeated a million times. Adopting a pet. I've seen people get one without having the means to take care of it more times than I care to remember. Those same people then tend to view those animals as entirely disposable as well. What's worse is when they finally unload that animal they weren't able to care for, they often go and repeat the same damn mistake again with yet another puppy or kitten and the cycle continues. Subpoint, fostering pets. I'm a rescuer, over a decade of experience, and I don't have any foster kittens yet this year. The vets that usually provide our shelter with found kittens are reporting that due to the lockdown, people are trying to raise found kittens themselves. And let me tell you, it takes up more of your time than you think. It costs more than you think. It's harder than you think. Issues you don't know how to solve will come up. And it's way more emotionally draining than you think. It's really painful for even the most practiced among us to say goodbye to a litter of kittens when they're ready for adoption. And that's the best outcome. Are you prepared to provide hospice care to a terminally ill 6-week-old kitten? Because I am prepared, and it's still horrific. Just because you have enough credit to buy it, doesn't mean you should. In fact, you should probably not have any credit. If you can't pay cash, don't pay for it. This isn't true unless you make 7 figures a year. If you make only around 20 to 30k a year, are you ever going to be able to afford a house or a car with cash? 9.999999 times out of 10, you won't be able to. You will have to build that credit eventually. To be more specific, if you're going to buy something you can't pay cash for, I'd only recommend it being a house. Funny people don't know you don't actually need to have a good credit score for a house. You can get a mortgage through a process called manual underwriting if you don't have credit. Cars depreciate in value. Unless you have the money and could throw it away, you shouldn't spend it on a new car because it's just an expensive luxury. If someone disagrees, I'd like to talk with you about it. Abusing salaried employees by making them work long hours unnecessarily. This salary equals slavery. This is how you get high turnover. People, be wary of places that have high turnover. It's either this or some other horrific reason. Cough education system uncore oof. Having a child. This. That. There. Then. Arguing about almost anything. Much more often than not neither side is willing to budge on their beliefs and the argument just further entrenches the divide. For it to be useful in any way requires both sides to be able to have an open-minded discussion and actually consider and appreciate someone else's point of view, and that so rarely happens. But people argue everything, especially on the internet, and they're just peeing in the wind. I disagree. I believe arguing is constructive even when it's not. It exposes you to other views and helps you articulate your feelings better because of the amount you practice. I disagree to your disagreement. While arguing about some things may move society forward, there are some things, like who is a better singer for example, that are just idiotic to argue about. It could expose you to other views. But if people are too connected with their argument, what ends up happening is both sides being too stubborn and forgetting everything that they could have learned. I also disagree. Arguing about trivial matters is destructive to general decorum amongst internet peers and leads to unwarranted name-calling and baseless accusations. You bedwetting moogle. I disagree. Wrong. I disagree. F you. Exhibit number 1 in Why I Quit Facebook. Arguing with strangers. Rarely will anyone's opinion be changed. You're wrong. And smell delicious. Slam the kid on the bus at 5 a.m. who won't stop running his vocal cords up 30 octaves. I don't see the problem here. Yup. Sounds more like a golden opportunity. Telling someone exactly how to do something step by step, unless it is your role to do so. Obviously. A lot of learning takes place when you're trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. I once had a coworker explain to me how to work a screwdriver. It slots into the hole in the front and then turn it anti-clockwise. I'm an electrician, he knew this. I should add that it was the first time we worked together, so he never saw me struggle with a screw. LOL, put the bread in vertically and then just move this lever down. Instructions unclear, accidentally established a monopoly over the shredded cheese industry. Having kids. If you aren't gonna properly care for them, then don't have them. Reposting without giving credit. Also, taking art from other sites and not crediting the artists. Cheating. I really don't get why people do it. Because I refuse to admit anyone can beat me in Monopoly. Hate speech. If your best defense of your words is that it's technically legal, in the US, to spout vile abuse of other people, you should probably shut the hell up while reevaluating your life choices. My motorcycle can do 140 miles per hour, but I shouldn't. Are you sure your motorcycle go that fast? If you try, maybe you can go even faster. Lol. Yes, I am. And that's all she's got. Oh. However, I didn't try going downhill. Maybe you can go even faster if take out the brake. Apply for a small business government loan as a corporation with multiple franchises. Head out to the bars/restaurants/high-density venues because our all-knowing leaders have said you can. Wisconsin would like to have a word. If you are a young adult or teen, don't befriend people 12+ years older than you. Not even my grandpa. Spending too much money on hobbies when just beginning. Voting. If you are uninformed or you vote straight ticket just because they are your party but have no clue what they actually stand for, then maybe you should just sit the election out. Just because you can cheat on your taxes, doesn't mean you should. Have known a number of people who got audited. It is a horrible process nobody wants to go through. Not social distancing. Making Broadway TikTok when you don't know what the show is even about. Smoking cigarettes is a pretty simple example. Fit your whole fist in your mouth. Or bite your toenails. Especially if you can do both at the same time. Thank you for watching this video. If you want more Reddit content like this, please subscribe and like this video. I guess I will see you in the next one.